Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Bella and I have a YouTube channel about dogs and dog things. Today I have my dog and I have me and we are on our way to go train agility. Come with us.
And love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left.
So before our training, it's super important that you walk your dog because we're training indoors. And when we get there, I'm gonna warm him up also a little bit and show you how I warm up and what kind of course I'm gonna build today. Today I rented the whole hall for ourselves, so we're gonna just build some combinations. I'm gonna try the weave pulls with him and see how that went. And yeah, we just trained with a few cones at home, so hopefully he will figure it out pretty fast. But yeah, that's it.
We'll go finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest, echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat.
So I tried to type here what happened, but it was very tiny, so I decided that I was going to do a voiceover instead. Well, basically, as you can probably see there under the curtain to the right, there were some other people in the hall next to us. So this facility is basically a huge facility that they divide with curtain and a fence into three. And so on our right side, there was another dog, or three other dogs, and one of them was super reactive and barking like the whole time. And so, of course, Nemo, being the alarming dog that he is, kept running up to that dog. So it's new to him to train when there are dogs there that he doesn't know. So I decided to put a leash and a collar on him and just try to do some contact exercises, some heeling, some sitting, looking at me, focusing on me, and paying attention to me. And I tried to get him to forget about those other dogs, but of course that's very difficult when you've never been in a situation like that before, when there are dogs barking and training next to you. Of course, he is not like focused and not willing to jump as if he was without a leash and without a collar, but we did this, and as it's going to show here in a second, you know, he was kind of looking at me and kind of focusing on me, but it was very hard for him. So I tried to use a clicker and I tried to reward him a lot, and just try to get him to focus on me. And, you know, I was very disappointed, but this is also a really good training. So you just have to, you know, it's a living animal that we're dealing with here. So you just have to take it in the way that he can. I tried to get him to do some tricks. He kind of did it, but it was very hard for him to focus. So here in the next clip, I'm gonna show you that he actually managed to go onto the dog walk. I was super happy with this because last time we were in a training hall in the summertime, he was super afraid of these heights and didn't want to go on the seesaw or on the dog walk or even on the A-frame. He thought that the material was very strange under his paws. So here I just told him to go up and rewarded him on the material and tried to reward him the whole time he went up and down. So you're going to see in these clips, we're going up and down a few times. And that's really a huge win. I'm super proud that he was brave enough to do that. Last time we were in an agility facility in the summertime, he was also a bit scared of these, but we have been training at home. Of course, it's very hard. You can see I'm holding the leash. He's going like a little bit on the wrong side, and it's very hard because that barking dog is just there to the left on the other side of the curtain. But he went through them and the medal wasn't scary or anything, and he got lots of rewards, so I'm actually very, very happy with that. So in the previous clip when we were playing, you could see that we were on the totally opposite end of the hall, and I tried to, move closer to that barking dog that was super reactive, attacking towards the fence. Here he did really good. I actually told him to stay, and at this moment that dog was actually barking there on the other side, and he resisted the urge and instead kept looking at me. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna throw some treats and ask him to come towards me. And I mean, this may not look like so much, but for a dog like Nemo, he's not reactive to other dogs, but he is protective of me, and he is an alarming breed at heart. So he's alarming me towards that other dog, and he also loves other dogs. So it's very hard for him to have this kind of self-control and not going to that dog. And I must admit, it's something as an owner that I've been very, very bad at training. Actually a lot due to lack of knowledge of how to handle the situation, because it's just the way he has always been. But here you can see he's coming towards me, he's going away when I'm throwing the treat, and makes me very, very, very happy to see it, because it's a huge win in our book. So even though we didn't do that much agility, I still got a lot of quality time, and in a situation for him with barking dogs and other people clicking their dogs, rewarding their dogs verbally and stuff, and training next to us, it's valuable training to, be next to that. So I'm keeping this clip in just because I want to show you, because the previous things that we did maybe didn't look like much, but I wanted to show you why it's such an important training. Because as you can see here, he is not comfortable at all. When there are the barking dogs and the other people there, he is totally not comfortable at all with the situation. He is looking for me as I'm taking the obstacles away. He is standing, he is observing, he is moving around. He is not like laying down or sitting or relaxing in any way, but looking after me all the time for confirmation that I'm there, that I'm not leaving him in this very weird situation. So it's just a sign that he was just not very comfortable, and it's a totally new situation. So I completely understand why he was not comfortable for him. So I actually did something that's not really allowed. I went into the hall that is to the right of the hall that I was in. So basically I was to the most far right, and my hall was in the middle, and the hall to the left is where the other dogs were. And so in this hall it was completely empty, and I don't know, as you can see, he is running with me, and I just took 2 obstacles and lowered them, and there were 2 tunnels, and I just did some mini combination there, just trying to get him off to a positive note of his fun agility play that he loves.
So guys, hi! We are now done with our training, and well, it didn't go really as planned, but you have to think about that we are dealing with some live animals that also have a mind of their own, and I also have to think about that Nemo has never trained in a hall where there are other dogs as well that are barking, that are making sounds and so on. So it's very new to him. What I ended up doing was putting him on a collar and on a leash and just kind of walking around, rewarding him for seeking contact with me and trying to play a little bit and trying to get him to not think about the other dogs that were also in their training. There was one dog that was kind of annoying, just barking all the time, but you know, those are the situations that can occur when you are training in a divided hall like this one. Here it is. It's very big. And I mean, now I have a choice as an owner, the choice to be super disappointed in that my dog did not perform in the way that I wanted, or seeing this as a possibility to have something to work on. So this big hall is divided into 3, and there was people in the hall next to mine, and I was in the middle, and then in the hall to most left there was nobody. So what I ended up doing is something you're not really allowed, but I ended up going into the hall where nobody was. I took away everything that I had taken out in my hall, and then I made him jump a little bit there and run through some tunnel. And as soon as there weren't any other dogs on the other side of the fence, he was totally fine. So I think that the next time I go, I have to go with some friends to try to work on him, you know, focusing on me when there are other dogs there. And I will also insert the clips of things not working out. A big plus was that he went onto the balance on the dog walk by himself, like pretty good a few times. I also recorded that, and I'm gonna take with me what we need to work on and not be too disappointed of how it went, but actually see it for something that when he was alone he could listen really well, and I'm super proud of that.